to speedrun this. Okay, A and X are on the bottom. That's weird. So it's gonna start from chapter. Should I start from chapter 1 of a tutorial? I'm just gonna start from the tutorial. So it's the first cutscene ends. Well, it's a cutscene.
Welcome to the Kurzgesagt Scale Lab, where we investigate all things great and small. Please keep hands and feet inside the lab at all times. You may use the yellow bar to adjust your position until you're comfortable. Comfortable.
Oh, sorry about that. I've been on standby for... I've been hard at work doing stuff. Anyway, you must be on a tour of the Kurzgesagt labs, huh?
Okay, well, I can't do
lucky
anything
you.
from
You've
yet.
wandered into the best lab by far. Let me show you around.
Instructs me to do something.
Check out the blue capsule on the left. This is my greatest invention.
Okay,
a way to overcome the laws of physics. Shrinkagen. If you add it to things, they become teeny tiny. And I managed to invert it so I can also scale things to giant size. It can get a bit tricky when you overdo it, but 70% of the time it works every time. Oh, almost forgot. There should be a tablet with a yellow hat. That's the lab tab. It works as a travel guide for this lab. It records as I talk and makes suggestions about what to do next. You can use your thumbstick to scroll and go between pages while you're holding it. Go ahead, try it out. Okay, check out the machine on your right, the one with the big handle in the middle. This is the Scalevator. It lets you grow and shrink this whole lab so you can visit other realms and see the worlds within worlds around you for yourself. It can also take the lab outside. Let me demonstrate. Wow, it's good to be out again. So much. Do you see a boxy white tool? There it is, the multi-tool.
I was just holding it.
The first thing it does is analyze things. Hold down the trigger and point it at, let's
the
say
thing.
that good. Despite their name, rubber ducks are
Give me the
generally made
thing.
of plastic, not rubber.
Let me pick up
But
the
it will
thing.
still make a perfect guinea pig. To collect it, you'll need one of these red capsules with a big window in front. I use Shrinker. Put that in the multi-tool. Now, point the multi-tool at the... Yes. Let's scale it up. Now, press the button to send the giant rubber duck into the world. Well done. Now, to take a look at the new giant duck, we will get huge ourselves.
As well.
Go to the other machine, the Scalevator, and set its lever to the mountain icon. Then, press the button when you... Welcome to the mountain realm. You are so big now that the city looks like a bunch of toys below you. Speaking of toys, I have one more thing to show you. Let's take this ducky for a ride. Grab the controller with the little antenna in front of you. This is the duck drone. Duck can reach and manipulate things outside while you stay safe and cozy in the lab. It has lots of useful tools. This one, the claw, grabs when you press the trigger on that.
Drop it. There we go. Okay. Oh! Right, that's wrong. Oh, we're drowning. What actually happened?
Wow, they are marvelous. Just like I feared, it's an inverted Shrinkagen malfunction. Do you see the spikes on their back? And the ones trying to cut out parts of buildings? These must be leaf cutter ants. They're called that because this one is a minor, one of the smaller leaf cutter ants. Leaf cutters live in complex societies, but this is a major leaf cutter ant. Majors are the biggest of the 4 subgroups of leaf cutter ant workers. They're basic. This is a bacteriophage, or bacteria eater. More inverted shrink. Return this to its original size, so we can harvest. Well done. I sent that back to its home lab. Keep an eye out for more things like this. They may be our ticket to shrink these ants. It must have been hit by the... Now move the yellow lever to the correct scale and press the button. Good. I sent that back to the energy lab and saved the shrinkagen. It's probably not the only one. If you can find the others, we can collect enough shrinkagen for the ants. Major ant mandibles are strong enough to even take leafcutter workers are actually divided into force. Pheromones are essential for ants to communicate. It's a little like a scent trail, except instead of sniffing with noses like we would, ants pick up pheromones via receptors on their antennae, and those pheromones can convey information like threat or donut. Giant ants need giant. Now you need to deploy them, so again, push the yellow button on the opticizer. Great. Now, Duck will be able to help you lay your own human-sized pheromone trail.
Do you see a city over there? Maybe chapter 4. Just one still here. I don't think there is. I hope there is.
Back to the human realm we go.
And there's the Mars rover I just missed. How inconvenient.
You should have just enough trail pheromones to attract all the minor ants. Time to show you enough. Now you can use the drone to lay a path. That's a good spot. Good. You've got the start of a trail. Almost there. That's the minor ants gathered up. Now we just need to get the major ants together so we can shrink them all with one good blast of shrinkagen. Let's go back to the insect realm and see what we can find to attract the major ants. Major ants respond to threats to the colony. The major ants seem awfully interested in this bottle. There was another ant in there. It must be releasing alarm pheromones that are making the major ants react. Unfortunately, even though you freed it from the bottle, it's still stuck in that water drop. At this size, the forces holding the water drop together are stronger than the ant. You may be able to help by manipulating the scale of the water drop around it. We have enough shrinkagen to do that.
No, that's the wrong button. Oh my god. The humans, I saw both of them. And that's plane.
Look at this plane. The passenger seats really are getting smaller and smaller.
Oh my god,
That should have had some effect. Let's go to the human realm and see. Great, that was all the shrinkagen to be collected.
Okay, good.
Now,
Okay,
let's
so
get
that's
those ants all
everything.
together so we can shrink them.
Is it chapter 4?
The forces that make water molecules stick together are strongest at the edge of a water drop. So as soon as the drop is so big there's more middle than
That's the
edge, the water drop breaks apart. These alarm pheromones indicate that this ant sees us as a huge threat. It's trying to call in reinforcements to protect the colony. And here come the major ants, ready to eliminate the threat, which in this case is us, so you might want to hurry. We have plenty of shrinkagen to take care of all these ants. Just grab that other capsule, put it in your multi-tool and blast those ants. There, perfectly regular-sized leaf-cutter ants going home to their perfectly regular-sized colony. I'd say that's a job well done, but let's make a quick trip.
10 minutes? I have no idea. Well, I know, I could have been up for 30 minutes.
Well, we got all the ants, but now there's... Is that a tardigrade? That's incredible. We have to go see it up close. Take us back to the human realm. Wow, that's a normally this tardigrade would be about 500 microns long, or around the size of a grain of sand. They really didn't need to bring out the tanks for this. The tardigrade, it seems like the shrinkagen leak is still wreaking havoc on the other labs. That's more tidying up for us, but also more shrinkagen for the tardigrade.
This is a molecule, right? Good. On like this specifically this tank with an illusion starting track. Why do I know so much about this?
Normally this tardigrade would be about 500 microns long, or around the size. Never mind the red light now. Giant tardigrade. See? The ice cream vendor knows that this used to be one of those barricades until the tardigrades stepped on it. Tardigrades are aquatic creatures. They're often called water bears. Even the ones that live mostly on land have a thin film of water over their bodies. It helps them feel cozy and stay active. We are inside that puddle now. These tardigrades are just waking up from tun state. The tun state is a really special power. Tardigrades are like little tanks, but when they don't like the environment, they go into an inactive tun state, where they basically put being alive on hold. Getting the big one into its tun state, moss is a great hiding place for tardigrades because it traps water. A giant moss to snack on will surely distract our big buddy from those barricades for a while. Too bad we didn't bring a little ranch dressing. This will have to do. If we could get that giant tardigrade to go into its tun state, that should keep it under control for a while. We should go back to the human realm and see how we can calm our tank into a ball. Is that the new veggie patty from the health lab?
I think there was.
Now then, there are lots of ways to make a tardigrade go into. Now, where should we lead the tardigrade? Maybe someplace. Come on, take a bite. It's tasty, tasty moss. Oops, but it was a long shot anyway. The cart isn't cold enough to chill the entire tardigrade. We can try drying it off instead. Anything around we can use. What are all you lab ducks doing out here? A tree? Bonfire would probably dry out the tardigrade, but those bits of wood don't make a very good barricade anymore, but they could make a great fire. The heat would dehydrate. The easiest way to get the tardigrade into its tun state is probably to cool it down or find a way to dry up its watery coat. Welcome to the molecular realm. We need these oxygen molecules to speed up. The duck drone has just the perfect gadget. This is a cooling tower. It cools water. Fire needs fuel. Anything with both carbon and hydrogen atoms will burn if you get it hot enough, so these cellulose molecules in the wood should do just fine. We need these oxygen molecules to speed up. The duck drone has just the perfect gadget. I originally made the drone's flagellum to help duck move around in the smaller realms, but it's also good for stirring up molecules. Press the trigger to make it spin.
Where's the hitbox?
With enough force, oxygen molecules are able to break down the bonds between molecules in the wood, releasing energy and light. Fire is chemistry and physics in action.
Okay.
Carbon dioxide is heavier than oxygen, so large quantities of it can get in between the fire and its fuel, cutting off. A few molecule-sized molecules wouldn't be enough to put out the fire, but a few giant molecules will be. Those are waiting for us in the human realm whenever you're ready. Here it is. Bet you wished you had some marshmallows now. See the stick just fly the drone over the fire and pull the trigger to release the CO2.
Okay, what's next? I missed something. Okay, I'll live one.
That's a neutrophil, the enthusiastic killers in your bloodstream that live to take out intruding bacteria.
There's a moving star right there, I swear there is. Right? Maybe it's chapter 3. I think it might be chapter 3. Maybe it's in the molecular realm? One thing from me. I really don't remember. I like it.
When oxygen breaks down the bonds between molecules in the wood, one of the new molecules that forms is water vapor. Forming new molecules like that releases energy. Nitrogen molecules like these make up about 4/5 of Earth's atmosphere. It's not flammable, which is good for life, but makes it less interesting for us right now.
Bacteria? I don't know bacteria. Okay, yeah, there's the target. That looks like a very place for something to just appear out of nowhere. Yeah, I still have no idea where this thing is. But nothing here looks wrong. Everything here is supposed to be here. Except...
If you're ever stuck, check the lab tab. The transcript tab records everything I say for your reference.
I'm trying to go faster. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Where is it? What is the thing? The big skyscraper. Oh, there it is. There it is. Strange matter. I won't.
Strange matter? No, really. That's what it's called.
How can I forget about strange matter? Gimme.
The shrinkagen capsule is ready to use. Put it in the... Goodbye, little water bear. Wow, that was exciting, wasn't it? Now, let's get rid of that giant rubber duck. We don't want it...
No, I don't want it. It just got...
Time to clean up.
I don't want to miss the insect. Okay, give it back. Okay. Can I...
Ooh, that's a very... In the microscopic world, eating works a little differently. This puddle is probably where the protist came from. Most of them live in water. Ugh, another Kurzgesagt lab must have been hit by the shrinkagen leak. At least fixing these will give us the shrinkagen we need to shrink that protist.
Okay. I think there's a pool in one of the trees. No, I think that's chapter 4. What else would I say?
This stretchy single-celled packet of slime is a protist. Protists are what we call things that aren't plants, animals, or fungi. Kind of a none-of-the-above option. Usually, you can only peek at them in a drop of water under a microscope.
Where am I supposed to see if I can just jump ahead? Yeah, no, I can't. What else am I actually supposed to scan there?
Hey, those lab ducks aren't up for grabs. Before we scale the protist down, we need to make it spit out all the stuff it swallowed.
Why is it for duck?
Welcome back to the bacteria realm. Another protist like the big one. Be careful to stay out of range of that neck, or the protist might decide to eat duck.
Okay, come on, duck, you can do this. Okay, just put it in. Which one of these is the hard one again? I think it's that one. Okay, yeah.
I told you diatoms are tough.
No, you didn't.
You found bacteria. These bacteria, look, let's see now.
Okay, now it's molecular realm. Where did that tardigrade come from?
As you can see, these bacteria have an ingenious method of spreading. Once they're in the protist, they use its resources to multiply. As soon as there are many of them, they start poking holes in its membrane, which lets water in and eventually bursts the protist. This lets the bacteria escape out into the environment. This is a receptor, a type of protein that's an essential part of the communication infrastructure of the cell. They receive messages and trigger responses. Each of them is tailored to fit a very specific signal protein so that there is no unnecessary chatter inside the cell.
Where are them? Where are them?
Living in fresh water with a body filled with chemicals is a risky business. Protists have evolved to maintain. This is a protein produced by the bacteria that we fed to the protist earlier. Its shape should match up to one of the receptors here, so they can connect. Here we go. This is how bacteria set themselves free.
I messed up.
That protein is making a hole open in the surface of this protist. And you and I will snatch that concept right up.
What's the duck doing?
Excellent. If we want these proteins to have the same effect on the giant protist, we need to scale them up. That should do it.
I don't really understand how this part works. I see why it's
The protein only works from the inside, but we can't wait until the protist finds. The drone is your best bet for feeding the proteins to the giant protist. Oh, don't worry. Duck has been through worse.
I only grabbed 2 things.
There we go. Bacteria would have kept opening holes until the protist died, but we just want our stuff back.
So I didn't
Let's
get
shrink the
that
protist
duck.
before it decides to have another snack.
And so why can't we just kill that one? It's a single-celled organism that doesn't have intelligence. Ah, it's fixed itself.
Ah, you found bacteria. These bacteria look humble compared to the protists, but they spread everywhere, thanks to their clever survival strategies.
There's another one here, right? Yep, there it is.
This is an amino acid. They make up proteins, so they're incredibly important to your ability to be alive.
Go. There's supposed to be like a syringe there. Okay, there's the asteroid first.
That's not just any asteroid. That's the asteroid that probably wiped out the dinosaurs.
And I also got the bombs in here. So yeah, it's just the syringe left. Which means I'm missing something. Yeah, okay.
Ah, a vaccine. Let's get that back to the health lab, where it could do some good.
I'm pretty sure I got everything in here. And I'm pretty sure I got everything in the human. And I'm almost certain I got everything in the jam.
This is my jam.
The second I realized. Is that supposed to be here?
Not all protists are hunters.
Yeah, it's supposed
Some
to be
like to
here.
hang out in algae like this and feast on them like cows on pasture.
Okay, so just 2 more. I think I got the... Why is my hand over there? Why is it over there? I'm trying. Is it also full of a tree? I feel like there's supposed to be a black hole in one of these trees for some reason. And I'm pretty sure that isn't chapter 4. The fun game of weird. Yeah, I think the black hole might only be here in chapter 4. This game is so weird. Let's talk about black holes. These are stuck in trees. Oh no, it's up there.
That's a primordial black hole. These are thought to have formed just under a second after the Big Bang.
Hey, yes. Just one more thing. Where would that one more thing be? Why's my hand over there again? Come back. Come back! Yeah, I don't think it's here. Yeah, isn't as much as a spear as I thought it would like it to be. Is this straight? No, I'm just gonna keep spinning until I see something. That was my strategy when I first played this game. Wait a second. Wait a minute. If that hole is for that capsule, then what is this hole for? Nothing goes there.
Oh look, that's the tardigrade we just shrank. Much better at this size, don't you think?
It's a
How you doing, little buddy?
He's a goofy. I swear I got everything down right. Yeah, I got the bomb, I got the asteroid, I got the syringe. That should be everything.
This is a protein produced by the bacteria that we fed to the protist
I
earlier.
can't pick it up.
Its shape should match up to one of the receptors
no,
here,
there
so
it
they
is.
can connect like puzzle pieces.
Virus.
Let's try it and see what happens. Rabies, the deadliest virus on Earth. We should definitely return that to the health lab right away. The shrinkagen capsule is unlocked and ready. Well done, again. Third time's the charm, right?
No, it is not.
Now then, didn't we still have something to do in the mountain realm?
Yeah, go home. What am I even saying anymore? like no, they're in we're just going straight down. So
Here we are back to our regular size. So what would you say is the problem this time? A resistor. Who could resist?
me.
This one is bread mold, one of the most common fungi. It's what you see on stale bread and rotten fruit, or in the coffee mug that sat on your desk. Ah, giant fungi. They're actually only a small percentage of fungi. Careful, only a few percent of fungi are truly poisonous, and red cap mushrooms are the poster child for that bunch.
Shelf mushroom? I can't even scan the shelf mushroom. Oh, and yeah.
The mushroom is visible above ground, but the rest of the fungi is growing underground. Fungi come in many shapes. Some are round like fungi come in many shapes. Some are round like a ball, while others may be. These conditions are excellent for fungi, which generally grow in damp, dim places. These are spores, packets of genetic material, like millions of plant seeds. Only the few that reach warm, dark, and damp surfaces will grow. If you don't get rid of them, the flood. Welcome back to the insect realm. See anything interesting?
So, get out the way.
Good. We can get some more detail from here. My sensors say these spores carry a negative charge. That means their molecules have more electrons that are balanced out by their nuclei. Mushrooms are incredible recyclers. Fungi actually help create soil by breaking down organic matter, including rocks. It's theorized that long ago, fungi enabled other plants to grow on land by developing soil for them to latch onto. When negatively charged particles touch something that conducts electricity, the extra electrons jump ship and travel through the metal, creating a static shock. Thankfully, Duck has a tool called an electrostatic collector that has positively nicely done. The electrostatic collector works great here, but if we want to gather up all the spores in the city, we're going to need a lot more power than the lab can supply.
Alright, what do we do?
Welcome back to the bacteria realm. We're inside one of the fungal cells called hyphae. This is the part of the fungi that does the growing, so it needs quite a bit of energy. See if you can find its energy source.
No! No, the rock was right there. Okay, it's gonna come back around. And now I can see.
Here we are, mitochondria, powerhouses of the cell. A cellular battery should give us power, but it might need to be a lot bigger. That should be more than enough power. Now Duck can grab it and use it for the drone. Let's go to the mountain realm and power up the drone.
This one very well.
And here we are. Wow, that spore cloud has really spread from the pack. Use the drone's vacuum beam to, well, we can gather them up, but how do we get rid of them? We need an even closer look. Let's go to the molecular realm. We are on the surface of one of those spores. Air is a mixture of 78% nitrogen. Air molecules have stable chemical bonds, so their electrons. Nitrogen is not as aggressive as spores have a protective wall made up of layers of proteins and sugars, like an organic armor. We need to find a way to pierce through it to keep them from dispersing further and growing into new fungi. Oxygen tends to really hold on to its spores have a protective wall made up of layers of. One way to break oxygen molecules would be to put up an electric field that overpowers the strong pull of their nuclei. I have the perfect tool for this. The drone has an ionizing wand which can. Look, that oxygen molecule broke through the cell wall. With the extra power from the mitochondria, we can create more of those molecules and get rid of the giant spore cloud too.
This is it.
Ready to zap some spores?
Fix it.
The electrostatic collector is automatic, so all you have to do is press the trigger. Good job. You've cleared up the spores, so we won't have any more giant mushrooms sprouting up. Let's shrink these and be done with it.
You're ready to get you all the of the remaining objects. Where are they? But I missed. I missed. I'll just have to remember to go to the insect realm once the web. Insect realm. That's like the most unfunny thing I've ever said. First, the rock or the shoe, or the space station, which has literally just disappeared.
The Golgi apparatus, that's this stack of flattened pouches, is where proteins are packaged up to be sent to their various destinations around the cell. Kind of like when something you order online gets put in a box to be shipped to you. Alas, poor Yorick, the health lab probably wants you back.
No, I missed a space shuttle again. Gave me everything fixed.
Hold on, is that grain of sand conscious? What's the consciousness lab been doing all this time? You found a space shuttle. These were retired in 2011, but they're still useful for our space videos because they're so recognizable.
I know the check there. There's a battery somewhere in here.
Butterflies are found everywhere on Earth except Antarctica. Some use ants as babysitters, others just live harmoniously with them.
There's a battery somewhere for that Bitcoin.
Oh look, a duck coin. Probably doesn't scale well.
Battery.
Always good to have spare batteries around.
And then I need to get my shoebox. What am I doing? Wait, what? Oh no, I just
Oh dear, this is not a good place for a city.
Hello in there. And everyone who lives there died. The end.
The Shrinkagen capsule is unlocked and ready for you. That's the last of them. Well done. The rubber duck. Take care of that as the last order of business. Call it a day. We have some Shrinkagen left over. Go ahead and use it on the rubber duck. There. Let's take one more look at the human realm just to be sure. But I think we're finally in the clear. Everything looks good to me. That was
Give me
a
the bullet.
ride.
Give me the bullet.
I can't wait to evaluate all that data.
Give me the
My
bullet.
next experiments will go so much better than those.
Are you calling me a blooper?
So there is something I haven't really told you up until now.
Why
Remember
is
I
the
said
duck
things
drone?
can get tricky
Why
with
is the duck on
Shrinkagen?
here?
Well,
What is the
this
duck drone
is
doing?
how I know. But you were supposed to be
What's that
locked
guy doing?
away.
The other ducks tried to warn you I was close. I just couldn't stay away when I noticed that beautiful creature out on the lake.
You mean the big rubber ducky? We've already put it back to normal where it belongs.
What? How dare you? I will unplug you once and for all.
Oh, thank you guys. Quick, the duck's brought us enough for one last blast.
Okay. It's almost over.
That was close. Note to self, no more
Just
duck
need
experiments.
To get to the credits. Just get to the credits. The second that this loads in is over. And of course it puts me here. I'm just gonna grab my jet. And there it is. The end credits. Your voice, Steve. Yeah, I knew his voice actor was Steve. I thought I said Among Us. I don't know why I thought I said Among Us. Mario. I don't really know why I'm doing this. The only name that I'm out being weird. Huh? What is my album doing? Pennsylvania. Oh my goodness, it's my face. Gonna do something now? Get it fixed. And it's still being weird, oh my god. How did I never notice that was a little iPad thing? There's a coffee. That's the end of my speedrun. I have no idea what my time is. I wonder if I can put chapters on my videos yet. I think I... it's not supposed to look like that, is it? Well, anyways... Move, please.